Hello and welcome. In this video, we'll take a look at how to connect to our Amazon EC2 cloud computer. So the first thing we need to do is sign into our Amazon console. If you don't have an account, please create an account for yourself. So let me sign into my console, and you should just type in EC2 in the search box over here and press enter, and it'll bring you to the EC2 dashboard. Okay, you need to launch an instance, and I have some previous instances here, but I'm going to launch a new instance. So click this blue button that says launch instance, and you can search for the kind of instance that you want. There are really a lot of alternatives here with all different kinds of software installed, but I'm just going to choose a very simple Amazon Linux 2 AMI instance. So I'm just going to choose this AMI, select, and I need to choose the kind of computer I want. I'm going to choose a T2 medium and review and launch. Now there are lots of options that you can set here, but I'm just going to use the default option and just go ahead and launch my computer. The next thing is it's going to ask for a key pair that it wants you to create. A key pair is something that you can use instead of a login and password. It's a more secure way of connecting to your EC2 instance on the cloud. So if you don't already have one, you can go ahead and create a new key pair. You can give it a name, and you can download it, and it'll be downloaded as a .pem file. Now just please make note of this. We are going to go back to this after a little while. And meanwhile, you can go ahead and continue to launch your instance, and it's going to launch your instance, and this is going to take a little while. And meanwhile, you can view your instances, and you can see that this is the instance that is pending launch at this point. Now, while it is trying to launch, we need to download a software called Putty, or Putty. It's a free open source software available on putty.org. And you can click on this link here to download it, and you can basically download a 64-bit or a 32-bit installer. Download and double click on it, and it will install Putty on your computer. You also need another file called puttygen. Having done that, now go to your .pem file. Go to the folder that contains your .pem file. It may have been downloaded. In my case, it was downloaded in my downloads folder. So I'm just going to copy that and paste that into a folder in my desktop called cloud. I'm going to paste this here in this folder. And now I have to open puttygen, and I have to read this particular file into puttygen. So go ahead and click load on puttygen. Go to your folder that contains your file and select all files, and you will see the new file that you just created, the PEM file. Open it, click OK, and save as private key. And you don't need a passphrase at this point. Say yes, and give it you can give it the same name if you want, and you can just delete the .pem. You can just delete the .pem and save it as a .ppk file, and you can close puttygen. So now you have my new key pair .ppk. Now when you have that, you're now ready to start your Putty. Go ahead and start your Putty. Now you're going to have to enter some information here from your AWS instance. Now that your instance is up and running, just check for the running sign here. You can select that instance and click connect, and it'll give you some information. Go scroll down a little bit and copy this EC2-user at EC2, this entire huge URL. Just copy that, and you can go ahead and close it, and go to Putty and paste that entire string where it says host name. So you can see here EC2-user at and so on. All the other defaults are fine. Now next, go to click open this plus sign for SSH and then click on auth, AUTH. Don't open the plus sign for that, just click on auth. Navigate to this box here and browse, and navigate to the folder where you have your .ppk file, double click on it and it'll be loaded here. Next, go back to the session, and what I would suggest is give this a name, call it AWS-connect2 or something like that, and just save it so that this connection is available to you the next time. You don't have to type all this here. And go ahead and open this, and you'll be prompted for a security alert. Just say yes, and as soon as you do that, it is trying to connect to your EC2 computer on the cloud. And if you see this particular screen here, that means that your connection is successful. Now, after you're done with your work, you should also disconnect from your cloud computer, otherwise you're going to be charged for it. So first what you should do is you should say exit here. Next, you should go to your running instance, make sure it is checked, make sure this blue dot is there inside the box. Go to actions and instance state and stop. If you want to use the computer, if you want to use this particular cloud computer tomorrow, say again, then you should just say stop. If you don't ever want to use it, you can delete it, and that's called terminate. So right now, let's assume you want to use it tomorrow or later. So for now, you should just stop it. So it'll ask you for, it'll prompt you, and you can just say go ahead and stop. If you stop it, then you will not be charged extra, but if you don't stop it, for all the time that you have the computer on, Amazon is going to charge you for it. So after ensuring that it is stopping, you can then, your session is over and you can sign out from Amazon. Okay, and the next time you want to connect to this, all you need to do is sign into the console and go to EC2, go to instances and click on this instance that you want to start. Go to actions, start your instance, yes, start, and go back to your Putty, open your Putty, click on this AWS Connect 2 that you have saved, load it, and actually this time you're going to have to change this particular URL here. Make sure that your machine is running and make sure that it is selected. Click on connect again, and this time you will have a new URL, so you're going to have to copy that and just copy that. Go to your Putty and specify the new host name here, save it and open, and you can say yes again, and it will connect once again to your computer. So as before, I'm just going to say exit once again and close, and make sure that once you're done with your session, also be sure to stop it. Yes, stop, and that completes your second session. So thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this.